Alright, there we go. Hello, everybody. Let me make sure, yep, all that is set up. You should have a good look at Magic. We're here. We're ready to party. We're gonna do some more champions. I keep saying I've done this every single time I've gotten in here. My brain has stopped me every other time. I want to say champions, but this isn't champions. It's just Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Champions Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Anyway. So. Anyway, we're here for Kamigawa. Oh, nice. That I have been continually piloting that deck, though an updated version. You can go find the updated version on my Twitter somewhere in the last couple weeks for the Cosmo deck from that stream. It's been really good. But yeah, So yeah, Kamigawa has been a really fun draft format so far. We did one on Friday. We did one on Friday and like 3 on Saturday. And here we're gonna do probably just one more today. You know how weekday time constraints are. But we'll be continuing to play this format for some time, I think. It's just been a lot more interesting. There's a lot going on. A lot of questions it asks. Didn't end up seeing the last one on Saturday. I'm so sorry. The last one was the best deck by a mile. It was so good. So, anyway. Let's jump on in. Luckily, there's still the VODs. I'm always infinitely behind on uploading VODs, but they get up. Alright. Yeah, I've just seen so many different decks and so many different, like, color combos that function. Both on my side and opponents. It's been really interesting. So we still haven't played white, but we've seen a lot of it on the other side of the table. So like that's not like, oh, that color sucks. It's like, no, we tried actually. We had that Invoke Justice at one point. That would have been a weird deck if we would have been able to make that work, but it was Kaladeshi. I can see that though with less I guess we don't have Aether Revolt around to muck it up. So. It's funny, on Magic Online, they put the Vintage Cube up for the next month. It's like Vintage Cube with Champions cards, Kamigawa cards. Oh, that's not the button I want. Thank you. Mirror box, huh? This card can't be good in draft, right? Like, you have to end up with like a lot of weird combination. It's like okay, so we're looking at Anthem for legendary creatures, which is like uncommon plus, and like duplicate creatures, non-token duplicates. Yeah, I'm a lot more interested in Blossom Prancer because this card's messed up. Like 5-mana 4/4 reach plus. I'm gonna go with that. Cuts green off a little bit in here. Michiko's Reign of Truth. Ooh, Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay. Yeah, well, Blossom Braids are kind of can't. It's top 5 for a creature or enchantment. I like Touch the Spirit Realm. This is an O-ring that can't O-ring itself because it's just artifact or creature. Coiling Starklocker, Fade, Geothermal, all like fine. Michiko's Reign of Truth is also a really strong card for being aggressive with your enchantment or artifact-based deck. And then it's a good body, something worth picking. If this removal spell wasn't here, I would have probably considered it more, and then, man, maybe picked it. But I really like having, okay, blue continues to kind of be sitting around here. Enthusiastic Mechanaut, that's a good one. However, we got some more removal. This could be well worth it. Good note about modified creatures. Modified creatures do not count auras your opponents control. Like, this will not modify a creature. You don't get the bonus because your opponent's the one doing it. Blue looking kind of strong here. Kind of have to keep that in mind if perhaps things turn a direction. This card doesn't do anything in limited, right? Like, I'd probably just pick Air of Enlightenment and move on, right? Right? Equipment does not have to be equipment you control, but it's very hard to get equipment you don't control on your own. And it's any kind of counter, not just +1/+1 counter. So, for instance, there are counters that hand off abilities. This is a bad choice, by the way. I'm just putting that one out there. Okay, I like having a Sunblade Samurai. Azusa's Many Journeys also wouldn't be too bad, but I like the Samurai a lot. No, but there's just like combat happens and cards live and cards die, you know? Okay. Subduer, Fade. Crab is very good. How long of a game is this deck playing for? This deck is playing for a really weird long game, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. I want to get some 2s to start having this deck go somewhere. Okay. Roiling Earth, sure. Roaring Earth, let's get this and get some, Yeah. Not quite a 2. This is one you want to play on 3 more than anything. Or, like, you know, you play it on your 2 and then play your 3rd land. Pump your 2-drop. Fading of Shigechi. Mirrorbox made it back around. Mirrorbox kind of not doing what we want here. We got nothing for it. Imperial, this is the number 1 white common on... probably because if you, like, is it white common by cast wins or white common by deck wins? By cast wins, I can understand it because, like, if you're in the position where you ever get to cast this card, that's really good. But, like, also the card costs 6, so you're going to lose a lot of games just having it in your hand. You know what I mean? A ninja probably would have been better. This card's a ninja too. That's neat. Alright, let's keep cutting our color off just to make sure that Impact 2 people know not to be doing what we're doing. This freaking Colossus is so huge. Comes down, is piloted by anything. Do not like Heir of the Ancient Fang in this deck. I don't think it's going to be doing enough. But right now, if I open a bomb in a second color, I would swap out of green. The only thing holding me to green are these two cards and Blossom, which is obviously they're good, but like, are you using baseball stats and GG? Yes, basically, like, because there are enough amalgamated games sitting around, like, there are a lot of amalgamated stats sitting. Oh my god! All right, you got it, boss. Cool. I'll take that. It's over like Golden Tail Disciple, which is kind of wanting the deck, but well, this card wins games. Pick up a creature, then +4/+4 distributed among your team. Love the color on this. The very deep yellows and oranges in here.
Excellent.
We're doing something stupid.
Let's see. I'm seeing green white so far, and I see Invoked Justice. Okay.
We are quad white tribal. Oh, okay.
Thing and then bringing everything back. All right, that's a good start.
Sorry, Shigechi.
Ooh.
Okay,
but wait a minute.
Is Shigechi better than Jukai Naturalist?
That's really hard to say. Jukai Naturalist is really strong, but this card is also really strong.
Because like this card is ramp that also it mills you
when you're done. Yeah.
But when you're done ramping, you just pick up the invoke or whatever.
Right.
Because it says non-legendary cards.
Yeah. Any not non-legendary permanents, just non-legendary cards.
Yeah.
I think that is stronger, which is a bummer, but like it's to pass the naturalist, but like
this is
also ramp. It also, just blocks and goes back to hand.
Second malfunction hanging out here. I think here's probably a good spot for Azuzas.
Yep.
I like Geothermal Kami, but we need a few more things.
And hopefully, if you're open, it's only green card, probably not. But if you're really open, it might come back.
Yeah. Hello.
Ooh, that's a great start. That's a great one for this deck. Ooh, and the companion here too. Bummer. I was about to mention that you had no companions for your deck yet, which is the top common in like 3 color pairs.
Yeah, but this is like.
But Generous Visitor is like one of the top uncommons for this deck. Like just being able to do a 1-drop into like incredibly strong plays is too much. The Merge Keeper, I think, is also worth picking up for this deck.
Yeah.
Like, it's ramp, which you want anyways. Oh, sorry, yes, it is me. It's Kabanaw. Thank you, President, for pointing out that I should maybe introduce myself.
Kabanaw is here.
I'm here now. Hello. I saw green-white, and I was like, this deck that I've played once and had a great time with.
I'm really interested to see if this card's any good.
Mm-hmm.
I think because Shigechi mills, it'll be very good. Like, we can just, like, slam it down on 7 and then all of a sudden get, like, a bunch of removal and, like, sagas back.
And creatures back, yes. And creatures, right? Like, how many enchantment creatures do you have so far? It looks like the 1, 2...
Sunblade Samurai is 1.
Yeah, okay, so some. Season Renewal seems good here to me.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really many good white or green artifacts to pick up.
If we didn't have such a bad color requirement, I'd maybe.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Also, yeah. Fair point. Yeah, season I think is a great one for this deck. Like, you know, it's so often pick up like removal plus a creature or 2 creatures. Like, it's just a really strong.
We have Arrest and the O-ring hanging out right now as far as like removal. Okay, so about halfway through, a little more than halfway through. Do really want to see some copies of Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a big fan of Tails. I've not played it myself, but whenever opponents went against me, I've always been like, ah.
Yeah, I also
fuck.
I'm a big fan of the web spinner cuff because 4 toughness is stupid.
Yeah, that's a huge thing to put on a creature you control to make it into a flying blocker. Oh, sure.
Okay.
More ramp. I guess Fade is not the worst pickup, but you'll probably be able to get one of those. Yeah, Homer's Emergence is especially good. I believe there's a land creature in every color, but
no, there's only red and
only red and green. It doesn't make sense. They don't want to make it a full cycle, but want it to be a thing to reference the original. Hey, I don't know if this is the original pack we were talking about, but there's the Kami. Interventions.
Wow! Wow!
Ooh, I think I take the Rebuke over the. Yeah, mostly because you already have one Fang of Shigeki.
Yeah.
And you'll plenty big things.
Huh. Okay, so green picked up heavily in that pack. White.
Yeah.
Fell off. That's okay. Green was off early. Now we just need to find. We need to restore balance, and then.
Yes. So that you can play any of your four white cards.
Maybe we get one of those growth gardens or whatever, and
I do like favorite Jokai in this deck because you can, channel it and then put it back on the battlefield.
Yes. Hi, Spell Pierce. You're not a limited card. Sorry.
Nope. A little bit more in this deck, but there's still so many great. Okay, well we're not invoking that one. I think what I've seen of your deck, you might want that removal in second arrest.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look around at this is basically what's viable. I don't think I'm interested.
The Seiju let you search for 2 basics of any kind.
Yeah, but I think
it'd take over that one, but it doesn't let you fix for your invoke or brilliant restoration.
Right. So we're gonna get something playable green out of here in the.
Oh, definitely.
Even if it's like archers, which I'd be happy to have one of. So.
Yeah, just destroy a creature with flying. They get a 3/3 with defender back later on.
Okay.
Yep, that seems good.
That's quite good.
I think what I'm looking for dogs this pack.
Yeah, we're looking for dogs. I'd be okay with more Golden Tail Disciples and things like that. If we're looking at commons, dogs number 1. Which is sort of enchantment bodies are
It is interesting that the naturalist didn't return.
Yeah. It tells me somebody's likely, Fang.
Around this at least. I think because you took the removal last pack, the Fang might be good here.
I like the Fang because it's the Rebuke, and we want more like that.
Yeah, yes, totally. But yeah, I think you want that because you have 2 Ancestors and at least 1.
I'd like to note this card's nuts.
Yeah,
Just wanna.
Ooh, what are the odds of splashing that Gloom Shrieker?
Non-existent.
Nothing. No, not happening. Okay, reasonable. Just want to double check on that one.
It's probably just Golden Tail Disciple.
Or Golden Tail, yeah. Golden Tail seems okay. Want
to get. Okay. I was gonna say I want to get not this, but like one copy of the Tanuki, because Tanuki discard Tanuki to ramp up in this, but Tails is something we can get into very easily with these merge keepers.
Yeah, and like worst case, your opponent gets rid of it and goes to your yard, and then you get to bring it back again, and keep using that. And I think that because you already have 2 merge keepers, yeah, like getting another 5-drop is not a bad idea.
Okay, not a lot on any other.
Yeah, I think the fixing here is absolutely perfect. That is necessary. Like the green-white fixing is a godsend.
Pretty happy to see that. Everything else
being
is
able to
filler level, so
yeah, smooth your mostly green deck at this point with your incredibly white cards. Yeah, I think terrarium is a good idea.
It does recur.
Yeah, and it does also how much discarding can you do in this deck? Not a lot, right?
The best I can do is like Sunblade Samurai.
Yeah, channeling, which is like what it's like, quote unquote, is for.
Yeah.
But it's not actually good at that.
Grabbing the ace has literally a play on.
Well, you got the merge keeper back.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I already have 1 fade. I don't know if I need 2 of those.
I don't think I need 2 of them. I would not. I think I've regretted not having a fade in some of my decks, like not having the first. But I don't think I've ever regretted not having 2 of them. Bit of a bummer of a pack. Same deal here.
Yeah, somebody else is on our. There is another player at the table just in green-white.
Yeah, and I think that if I was not, if your color requirements are not so tough, I would, say play that Reliquary, but
yeah, because they are, I kind of want to.
Yeah, because like when I played Reliquary before, just with basically just a terrarium in my deck as my artifact, like you can kind of the terrarium's upside is enough that it's worth using, but it's not so much that you don't mind keeping it around on the table until you can get better value out of it. And there have been plenty of times where I played that land and then just drew 2 off of it. And it was, a nice bonus. It was good to get. Already at 40 with these, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't have a ton of great ETBs with the geothermal.
Yeah, I don't think it's got much to help with. Its best move is like pick up Roaring Earth to cycle it late.
Yeah, right.
Or
getting to recast anything to get another, a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, it doesn't come back when you cast your everybody back.
Yeah. 2 merge keepers. These are going to be tough to cast.
Yep.
Sunblade Samurai might actually be filtering a little more than.
Which is fine because if it filters for Brilliant Restoration, that's like
that's the
great.
Point.
I think if I recommended taking out anything here, it'd be taking out a non-enchantment. Which is tough because you have a lot of good enchantment. Yeah. Can you click on your deck to show how many enchantments you have in the deck total?
13.
13.
Then 5 instants and sorceries gets up to 18. Might be just like this oath. I don't know. That seems really good though.
The oath is pretty good. I think I've undervalued the oath in my draft so far, and my deck has been worse for it. Because getting 6 power on 6 mana and then also getting to Scry 3 is a pretty strong.
There's only 2 non enchantment creatures, or 3, and they are Blossom Prancer, Norika, and Generous Visitor. So, like, no.
Your stuff that's very good with your...
and the Merge Keepers, which are there to let us get up to, 4 or 5 much quicker.
Honestly, I think my biggest one, I would say, I mean, maybe I found is the Norika, because I don't think you have any other warriors or samurais in the deck. You have the Sunblade Samurai.
Yeah, that's about it. And like, maybe that's fine. Maybe.
And so you get to bring back an enchantment, but you'd be trading off your creature to do so, and like depending on what their board is, maybe even not even trading it off, just getting it killed. I think if you had stronger ETBs on your enchantments, it'd be worthwhile. Like I played her in a deck with not many and not many samurai, but like tons of spirited companions. So we could always guarantee just a card draw off of.
That's the missing piece in this deck is some spirited
companions.
It is.
Yep, it is none. But like you had no chances to pick it that were not.
We had exactly one choice at it, and like it was that versus the 1/1 visitor, and it's like
there's a real choice. There's a real answer here, which is the uncommon that is incredible in this deck instead of the common that's incredible in this deck.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. It's a little bit slow, but also has plenty of removal. That's like okay. There we go. Perfect.
Well,
never mind. No, all criticisms
Speed,
revoked.
Yeah.
And you offer the trade here.
I think this is more valuable.
Yeah, I think probably not. It's also they're going to cast removal here, then also put a buff on their own person. But they didn't even do that, so it's fine. And now next turn you can, touch the Spirit Realm on it, get 2/2/2s, and attack in.
I'm thinking where I want to split these.
The reason why I don't like stacking too much on the Generous Visitor is because then it makes it too good a target to kill.
Sure.
It's like you've gotten all of its benefit plus any future benefit.
Okay, this card's an instant.
Yeah.
I had to double check that.
Yeah, Master's Rebuke is quite a good card. Just instant speed bite.
So they're gonna get in the thing.
Yeah, I think that trade seems worthwhile. At the very least, it's a definite trade-off.
Yeah.
That they're not going to take.
They're just gonna play it and attack next turn. Because that lets them.
Sure. That's another thing about getting a 2 toughness thing is that it means that their pilots can't easily block it.
Yeah.
And then next turn you can just rebuke it. Or, up your
No, I like rebuking it.
Yeah. Let's get in for full damage.
They'll play up pre-combat.
And yeah, I think the only indestructible trick in this set is in green.
Bounce? They might have a bounce spell here.
They could have bounced forward instead. But no, they got nothing.
Nope. Okay.
Cool.
What do you do on hit?
They can loot.
Oh.
If it gets ninjas in, it can draw.
Okay.
So it's
I'm sorry.
Oh. They're off color, apparently. Okay. Let's... how do you feel about having 2 3/3s on board now instead?
All right.
Yeah, if you and your opponent are racing, then you win next turn, actually.
Yes.
But they're keeping back a pilot to block, so...
They're looting to try to find that
Oh, right,
third
and they
color.
get to copy... They get to give them a copy of the thing they crew,
Yes.
so... Yep, okay, they are trying to find that third color. I think they may be red, white, splash... Okay, alright, they can, get rid of... that's a pretty reasonable one to get rid of.
I'm gonna hold this.
Yeah. Because that Brilliant Restoration is still at least 2 turns off. So next turn you can Roaring Earth to make something into a creature, and then the next turn get it back.
They're also like.
Right, I forgot the enchantment also gave vigilance. Well, they got their color. We'll see if that is enough.
They decided to pass into. Okay.
It's
3/3.
It gives haste, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm willing to discard it and all in.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Because
that forces them to block your biggest things.
Yeah, like they lose their Mind Link mech to Fang. Sashiro is very hard for them to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have major problems right now. Welcome, Sashiro. Yep.
Sure thing. Yeah, they have no chance to double block anything, so if they do, they die. They have to block their best thing is to
so they can what's gonna happen here is they're gonna lose they're gonna kill Fang, they're gonna kill that's fine.
This makes sense.
Kill Fang, kill Forest, lose
then lose 2 life, and then lose their 2 mechs.
Yes. And we'll still have Sashiro as the biggest creature in play.
Mm-hmm.
And lethal from any creature hitting them.
Yep. So we have 2 creatures, both of which are lethal. They will have their 2/2/1s to block with. Presumably they have another play this turn, because otherwise they probably would have had more lands to play.
Yeah, I assume they have like a reasonable 4 or 5 like that they were off color for. But like the best they could have would be like what, removal? No thanks.
They're coming in.
I'm
Yeah, what's your trick? Nothing?
Their
okay,
trick,
cool.
Their trick was get that ninja.
You got it.
Yeah.
The trick is to get to draw a card for free, not to discard anything.
If they really had a ninja, they would have had to double attack him, but they don't have the mana to be like.
True.
Alright.
Another combo check in this set. You got nothing gives +3 power on 1 card. Not on blue, white, and red. Green has 1. Black has a +1/+1 lifelink. The set's actually pretty late on combat tricks.
I keep falling on the same white one, the like puzzle, because they have a couple 1 mana tricks.
Oh, +1/+1 and untap or
+2/+2.
Right, +2/+2 instead +1/+1 and +1/+1 if it's a legendary.
Interesting.
I think I like. Yeah, I think I like the Forest plus Fang turn 1, and then Plains plus Roaring Earth turn 2.
Yeah.
And then hopefully on turn 3 you play Too Many Journeys and then play 2 lands, get extra big. But we'll see on that one. Yeah, you can pretty safely attack on this one. They're not going to trade that.
This thing is scary.
Yep, it is.
In this
But,
color
like,
combo?
yeah, totally. The nice thing is that, like, as it gets scarier, you can start holding back your Death Toucher.
Has Ward 2, so be careful.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you have 5 mana before you play your Touch the Spirit Realm, because it's not going to warn you when you play the card. Another Mind Link back.
Ooh.
Okay, alright. It's interesting they're able to grow their Mind Link mech that way. That seems more worthwhile than playing the mini journeys with, no extra lands in hand.
We're gonna need to get rid of this with touch very quickly here.
Mm-hmm. And gonna need to make sure that they cannot crew it with the automaton. Or, sorry, patchwork. Is it automaton?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make sure they can't crew the automaton to give it ward.
Yep.
On its speed. Just playing it. Okay. Fair enough. Oh yeah, that does make sense. They can just,
then they
Oof.
Oof.
All right.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
And then they're going to play a 4-drop.
Oh, man. Well, you can get rid of it. You can get rid of the amalgam now. Or the mech, sorry.
This is the fact that this thing is crew 1 is really goddamn scary.
It is a pretty fucking good rare.
And again, this thing is like, in this deck is infinite power because...
Yeah. Now, I'm thinking of an attack your opponent can have where they attach the automaton and their... Oh, that's bad. That's quite bad. Hopefully it'll land next turn.
Blossom Prancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be excellent draw for you. But do you have something costs 1/2? Do you have that weird ramp artifact that can also put on top of the library?
They would have dropped that.
Oh, true. Card Technician is that's the thing they do. Okay, alright. That's not the end of the world then. You can make your thing bigger, which means you can now more profitably block their board. Unless they have another artifact. You have a 4/4, which can pretty easily block
their
stuff.
This can and gets us more bodies.
Yep. Which means you have a much better chance of stabilizing against them now. So, continue to hold the line.
Yep.
Bit of a shame that your thing that gets benefit from return to your hand has the counters on it right now, but
we need to not be dying.
That's what you need. It is much more valuable as not dying.
They drew that.
You have to block that one, right? Yeah. Because otherwise they can make it into a 7/7 or a 7/6 and kill you.
I think I might need to do this.
Yeah, just to get rid of it. They still have to sacrifice an artifact to make sure they can trade with anything you have.
That's the reasoning.
Yeah. So you're taking 4, but you're getting 2 things off their board for a 2-for-1.
Or their entire board, which
which is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they realized there's no point in going bigger unless they wanted to be like, oh, okay, That seems like worth paying the ward cost.
Yes.
They don't have enough mana for the crab. It's also important. There are other counters they could have here. But it goes on. All right.
Reach. The one card in hand is the one they've been holding for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an artifact that costs 2 or less.
Looking at the yard right now. I wonder how worthwhile that Sunblade Samurai is for the +2 life on the Search for Plains.
Might be getting the journey down as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the +3 on that next step of it. I mean, at this point, you're never going to get the +2 lands off anyway, so it's worth just getting that anyways. Yep, that explains why they're looking for a thing in their yard.
Well, this is...
Well, I'll take one of those blocks, no problem. And take 1 damage.
Yeah, it doesn't seem... Alright, let's... Empty-handed, huh?
Hmm. And it's actually the 3/6 they can't get through your 4/4. I think there's one card that kills you right now, and it's the 2-mana damage spell that, deals damage to your controller if you
Yeah.
control a
The one that's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you control a modified creature.
Yep.
But I think that it's fair to say if they draw that off the top, then you were destined just to die.
Because I need to... If I push them with this, 18 life, 3-turn clock, right?
Yeah, they're not very... Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
2-turn clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I pretty significantly disagree with your opponent's Kami Industry attack there. With their 1/3 and their 2/4. Like, getting in for 1 damage when we can just eat their 2/4 and they lose their 1/3 is not a worthwhile attack at all.
Yeah.
Unless they're blocking, they got something here.
A bounce spell, it looks like.
They could have that artifact that... Oh.
Tap out.
That covers the face, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, okay, well...
Okay, anyway, gain 3 life.
Yeah, okay, phew, alrighty. Fantastic. Let's just start buffing our 4/4. I don't think there's much of anything in the set that has 5 power of haste. Oh, also gets vigilance. I forgot. It just gets vigilance off the saga. Yep. I keep forgetting.
Oh, okay.
Phew. They ran out of gas.
Stranger than you watch the sub, but now that I'm off here and I can look over at the chat. Hello. We did it. The moment I realized we're in single digit life, I'm just like, oh boy. How do we have a lot of just small incidental life gain? It's not a lot, but
it's enough.
There's life here, gain 3 on the saga, the cycling actually is gain 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just if you need to gain a little bit of life, there is some there. 1 off a land. Especially late in the game when your opponent is gets you down to 2 or something like that, and you can just say, actually I'm at 4. It's like, shit. I needed to be at 2.
Yeah, I guess if we
I
can...
can burn you out on 2. I can't on 4. Fuck.
Like, Prancer, if we really need to, can just be a 4/4, gain 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't take a card, gain 4 life instead. Actually, 4 life is more worthwhile than cards right now.
Yeah.
The next thing is you have to look at the cards before you decide if you want to gain the 4 instead.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, well enough. Like, it's hard to disagree with a turn 1 play and then, okay, perfect. Never mind. No reservations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, turn 1 play, 2 removal spells, not, like, a disagreeable hand. Hey, same hat.
Same hat.
The most use I've ever gotten of the nice emote is when it's same hat. Oh.
Okay.
I'll take it.
See, I was, like, worried about...
Like, I thought you were going to play 4 next turn, but, like... If you're just good on... Yeah, see? Nice. Thanks.
Alright, then... I don't even know if that's worth removal.
I think wait for them to modify it some way. Because that's a decently modifiable card, and the green white deck generally gets by on enchantments and also modifying those enchantments. So...
Yeah.
I think it's worth letting him like spend, the green 3 drop that's a +1/+1 counter on something, and then giving that +1/+1, and then getting rid of it. But just getting hit for 2, I think, is 2 lifelink is not
Ninja?
a ninja.
Ninja? Hit me for 4.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Another disciple. Yeah, I think that just...
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that... Yep, I guess the Tails is better than this, but... Oh, the Blossom Prancer, oh baby. Okay, you know what I like? I like putting 4 lands in the bottom of my deck.
Yeah, damn. Is that card worth 4 life?
You can make it tap for 2 pretty easily.
But, like, we're already at, like, 4+ plays.
We're putting 4 lands on the bottom, which means we're going to be pretty live.
Decline. I'm just gonna take
Yeah.
4.
Mm-hmm.
If they come in, I'm not blocking. That's fine. You can have that. I just gained 4 life. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not falling into a combat trick.
No.
Now, leaving a... Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet. Sweet. Sweet.
Oh. Uh-huh. Love it.
So what's the timing on this? End step. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's worth playing that and then not do anything else. Yeah, because I guess you could do that and then also arrest.
These aren't arrestable creatures.
But they're not really arrestable, no. You kind of want to see more than that. So yeah, just blanking their removal, I think, is worthwhile enough, especially because it comes back as a blocker.
And it comes back and
He says 4 more life.
like the turn didn't happen.
Time walk? What? I said our opponent got to play land and we didn't.
Gotcha.
Ah, 25 now, sucker.
That one's worth picking.
That one's worth taking, yeah. Uh-huh. That is a lot of incidental +1/+1 counters.
Yeah. All right. I want to draw one more land and just go Imperial Oath right now because I want, like, bodies that...
Mm-hmm.
Your hand is like 3 combat tricks.
Yeah, it's pretty clear at this point they have nothing but combat tricks. Oh, there's a ninjutsu.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna arrest the ninja then.
Yeah, totally. Uh-huh.
Okay, end of play to go with it.
Yeah, dope. think I was gonna. Yeah, I think it may have been worthwhile to leave back your 4/4 there, just because if they did want to try to attack into it, then spending their comp check probably would require them to also not play their Golden
Fair.
Tail again.
Yeah.
Card out of hand plus inefficient mana, but
they've been missing just as many land drops as we have, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're both sitting on these rousing boards.
But I don't think it's wrong to attack in either, because just you need to attack at some point. Yeah, they have the attack with their 2/3 here, and I think you might just block with SyNeRgY because I don't think there's any 1-mana green combat trick that pumps power. I believe the one combat trick on green is for that mana is just indestructible and hexproof, gain 2 life.
Oh, this is funny.
Yep. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Yeah.
Hello. Kabanaw's with us today.
It's me. I'm the discount doc. Hello.
You're not legendary on the back. Prove it.
Yeah. Give it to us, finally. Show us what combat tricks you got.
Prove it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad to see it gone, honestly.
It has been proved. Fucking.
Either their deck is a little bit underpowered because their best they could get was Golden Tail Disciples, or they've just been very unlucky. Yeah, I'll continue pumping that one, considering you probably do want to use the SyNeRgY at some point.
Yeah.
You can keep pumping that one, get down the Imperial Oath, get it for 4. Yeah, that sounds right to me. At this point, you're ready to get any of your 4 white cards.
If they want a double block, I'm fine with that. I don't think I want to be activating SyNeRgY much anymore. We know the bottom,
That's true.
13 cards of our deck are in junk.
Yeah. We kind of want to draw all of our cards.
That's fine. What's going to happen is Sashira's going to flip, and then we're going to be able to start pumping that Sashiro. Or just, pump Samurai into being able to do work.
So I was trying to find the cards in your deck, because I can remember their names. Like that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the name of the cards in your deck that cost 4 white mana or more. And so I went to Scryfall and searched for mana greater than or equal to WWWW. And did you know that this set doubled the number of 4 mana white cards in Blackwater Magic?
Damn. Anyway, let's Justice. In the past year, it quadrupled. Do I want to?
Because, ooh, that's not bad.
Or just get
that draws you another card, which could get you a removal as well. It can get you an enchantment as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny this card needs to also target you. To make sure that if they exile the thing from your yard, it stays around.
None.
Man, Boss Master's drawing you 3 cards this turn. I think the Harmonious is probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Just another big dude to play next turn. Keep pressuring them.
Vigilance, 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 vigilance.
Yeah. Spend your tricks, please. Yeah, there was a Devastating Mastery out of Strixhaven last year.
Yep.
And then Invoke Justice and Brilliant Restoration. Before this, the only white border one was Dawn Elemental from
white, just flat end of the line.
Yep. And there's also from Unglued, Once More with Feeling.
I feel like we pretty successfully stuffed our opponent here.
Which, Once More with Feeling, kind of a card that was also basically printed whiteboard with mana cost.
Justice!
Same hat!
Same hat!
We keep changing hats and they keep putting on the same hat against us.
Same hat!
Unfortunately, their attacks aren't terribly good against us.
We have
either. And they also made their thing. Because, if they attacked in right now.
This one, they made the one that isn't...
Yeah, but even if they did, it's not a very good attack. It's still a deal where you can double block the big one and then just sort of single block one of them and another one in.
I guess we just make one of these 5 and go in, right?
Yeah, that seems good to me. They have to trade off one of their 3/4s to get rid of it, which is a fair trade. Yeah, you can put it in a war of attrition right now, and I think you're gonna win it. If nothing else changes, if you both throw out Mr. Haymakers.
They gain life, sure. But we successfully deal with some of the board.
Yep. And the only way that you lose this game is if your opponent runs you out of cards before you deal with their life total.
21.
Because they're 26, and they have 2 lifelinkers on board with hefty power totals.
Yeah.
So that's rough. But they can't attack you, so.
The second Invoke Justice is going to win this game.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Because he can pick up that Invoke Justice, right? It's just okay. That's not too bad.
Sure.
That doesn't really let them attack in quite.
No. I'll double block.
But it does make it easier for them. Well, you could double block their 3/4, then
and then I'll do this.
Block and back to hand. So the game 3, they lose their 3/4, and you get back your you get to land one on the battlefield. Make one of your make the samurai that is not blocking first, or the samurai that is blocking first bigger actually.
Yeah. So we're doing it this way so we lose nothing. Medibot, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome.
Hello, Medibot.
So
we lose nothing. They lose the 3/4. They gain 3 life. If they have the combat trick here, then they get rid of your 4/4. But we see their last card in hand.
Yeah. Brilliant Restoration to the yard.
Okay, that's fine. What if we just bring back Restoration and Invoke Justice?
Yes. Like I said, the second Invoke Justice will win this game. That was a statement of fact, not a...
Indeed. And our opponent apparently did not see that play when they attacked in.
Yeah.
Is what that nice confirms, as in did not think of the fact that SyNeRgY... Especially because so many Magic cards have the, the only as a sorcery text nowadays on abilities that you do stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I knew. That's what you meant, Duetic. I also meant exactly what I said. This game.
I didn't. That's how I didn't think that was what you meant. I thought you meant when I bring SyNeRgY back to hand and then pick up my Invoke Justice. When I do all the cool thing myself that I'm allowed to do, not my opponent draws the second rare they drafted.
What if both?
I mean, 4K Lenos dose, you're right.
They're back at 20.
So is Invoke Justice or Brilliant Restoration a better play right now?
I'm gonna Brilliant Restoration.
You haven't classed it yet, so that's more fun at least.
Yeah.
You know, we've lost one of our tails.
By the way,
What's this, like... Oh god, I didn't realize it was XX green. And mixes up with spinning wheel kick.
Anyway, give me Invoke, give me Brilliant, and give me Oath, because everything else is...
Oath, yeah, uh-huh. What do you have to remove on their board right now when you do all this?
Well, no, I mean, I'm gonna...
Plus, yeah, you just need to bring it back. Yeah, uh-huh. Good lord. First, not quite dead this turn, but they're dead spiritually if they can't enter this in any way.
Arrest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. I won't make you make this tough choice.
We got
just.
Yeah, so
all right, I'll leave. I'll leave.
We did not end the game on the second Invoke. That's effectively the second Invoke.
If you'd cast Invoke, it would be the same deal.
Yes.
But the Restoration was more fun.
Yes. Boy, howdy. Love to have just the most haymaker of just like this. We are the long wind-up.
All right, I cast Invoke Justice. Oh, hey, that's really cool. I'll also cast Invoke Justice. Haha, great. What else you got? What?
Oh? Well, let me pick up this 5, 6, and 7 mana sorcery. See how this goes. Yeah, when we cast those spells, they are quite good. Yeah. The reason I ended up picking Shigechi was that our recursion is only as powerful as your spells cards that you can recur are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If your deck ends at 3, being able to pick them all up is cool, but like you're only getting 3 drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Especially when you're casting our big sorceries. This seems great.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it if Azusa doesn't get much value for not being able to cast. But there you go. I'm here, so of course you're gonna get to play at least. You at least make 2 land drops next turn, and then another one the next turn. So.
Yeah. Now the cool thing about Azuzas is like you look at Azuzas and you think like, wow, this is kind of a crappy like, you know, we play an extra land, we gain 3 life. Then it's a 2-mana 3/3.
Yeah, look at the backside of it. Like, in a lot of ways, the sagas this set are cooler suspend cards.
Yes. I'm arresting that.
Yeah, please, yeah. Mm-hmm. Arrest, make sure to make it so that it cannot do anything. I do appreciate that, you know, a different arrest than the just flat named arrest does similar things.
The big thing is that you can throw it on permanent.
Yes. So instead of being an enchant creature, it's, you know, can't attack, block, or activate abilities. It's anything in the can't activate abilities, unless they're mana abilities. Don't throw it on lands.
Yeah.
Unless you really need to get rid of a land ability.
You can do it. You can arrest, like, Thespian Stage.
Yep. But probably don't. Unless they animated it, which case, once again.
Oh.
I did get a great game where I animated one of my lands and put a +1/+1 counter on it.
All right, buddy.
They killed it. And, you know, the land enchantments in the set say, hey, your thing comes back. The enchantment goes away, your land gains indestructible, it sticks around. And then later on I got to recur that enchantment and make my land into a creature again, and I got to keep the +1/+1 counter.
Ooh. So I'm doing this to make it look like we're a little light on lands?
And here you're seeing the power of Generous Visitor.
Yeah. That's a 1-drop.
It's a 1-drop. Now it's a 4/4. And it's killing our opponent. Because we cast removal on our opponent's creatures, which made it stronger.
Recursion also gets more powerful. You do it repeatedly. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I suited our 3rd white, and we could get the 4th white if we, like, super needed it. Wow. Wow, your creatures are really bad, huh?
If only being enchanted by auras you don't control augmented your creatures, in which case you'd be having a great time right now.
Alright, we want to put... I think we just want to put down SyNeRgY.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it's more worthwhile than getting the 4th planes. Like, even if you draw one of your big spells, you'll get your 4th planes eventually. Having another 4/4 on board is much more worthwhile when your opponent has no recourse against this. Against just 4/4s beating down on them. They just have to throw one away.
So right now, at a life, you know, any 2 of 3. And even with this, yeah, she. Let's just. That sucks because they have to modify.
Yeah.
Either itself or oof.
Or the one through which has to die. Yeah, your opponent. You could tell that they're supposed to have more modify going on at this point. But then also it's strange because I feel like green is the strongest modify color.
Green is quite...
Because it's got so many +1/+1 counters to pass around. Like white and red both have some tools, but like white and red is the samurai or warrior color for attacking alone and giving them big bonuses for doing that.
So here we
put together, or because they're playing 2 forests, maybe they're actually just missing all their green cards that give things modify, and they're kind of just getting boned on that front.
All right, are they powerful enough to have it? Survey says no. Survey says yes.
Yay, farewell, goodbye, so long, suckers.
Huh.
Charlotte enchantments, huh? Makes some sense.
When I made the play on the turn, I thought about using the terrarium instead of playing Shigechi for that reason. But okay, so like here we've got.
Do you probably put them on? You probably just attack with a visitor, right?
They have to double block if they want to kill it right now.
Right. Which means that you're just going to back to a neutral board. They're on 4, you're on 23, which I think is in favor of you. Yeah.
See, I didn't put them on. The reason I didn't put them on it was the fact that they've been playing like aggressive cards. Okay.
Okay, sure. Like keep stalling them out until they until you reach I mean, hell, you're even winning this. Okay, all right.
All right, final card.
Spell, sure.
All right, so now we're even up.
And sorry, this other thing is going to go for you.
This is the next 3 turns,
it's
right?
It's the Kabanaw tax. Yeah, it's the Kabanaw tax you're paying right now, which is now's the time you draw all the cards, all the lands off the top. It's like, oh, for as long as we can, I thought we can stay relatively stable and try to keep up with their opponent's board. We can basically try to stay stable in this game. But no, you're going to draw lands for the rest of the game. Sorry, that's just how it goes. Man, if only they came out a little bit earlier. Oh well. You can stay alive. I mean, you're still dead, but, you know.
Yes.
Okay. But at least you get to sock it to him. All right, I'll be back in just a moment.
Sounds good. I guess that's on me for making the Shigechi into play rather than using the counter. Their deck was not a speed of deck I expected Farewell in, but then again, when you have a Wrath of that flexibility, as you saw, they could just not choose like creatures, and it worked out just fine for them. Alright. Not sure how much of... Okay. So we got Depth Touch, we got some removal, and we got some things we'll draw in new. This one looks good. Alright. That can fade. Okay, being a little aggressive with that, but I feel like they don't have anything left. There we go. They've been missing land drops, so I want to be aggressive at them at this point. Okay, they don't get the card. And let's scry. Not feeling... Master's Rebuke is fine. We have a Death Toucher in play. Alright. No, Kabanaw doesn't get to see that one. Oh god, we're already at 4 wins? Wow. Goodness. Farewell. Nah, I probably shouldn't, like, have an expectation. I think I'm, after that, I think that I'm more correct not having the expectation of treating Farewell as a Wrath because of how you can flexible it. Like, literally, just if you're, like, you know, the creature deck, you can just say Artifact Enchantment, and that hits like 80% of things.
Sorry, did I miss the entire next game?
Yes.
What happened?
They got to 3 lands, I got to like 6.
Okay, all right, that explains it. Quote unquote flood beats real screw, I suppose.
Yeah, like they were on 3 and could only make like 1 play a turn versus my haymakers.
Yeah, that's rough.
So they scooped. Okay. It's a hand where I'm happy to have.
Yeah. Yeah, getting up to the Probably a rest. Hopefully your opponent has a good play this turn. It's weird to
Yeah.
say on turn 3 that like I hope my opponent has a strong play, but
It is what I'm thinking about. Okay.
oh, I was thinking about the Toad Rider. It's probably worth playing the Harmonious Emergence on a
tap land so that I can...
tap land. Yeah, because you have good 5s. Like it's worth getting it, even if you don't end up using the like land as a creature and you just use it to pay for the tails. Like it's still worthwhile to get down to the turn, I think.
On the other hand, I am going to have a creature.
That's true. You will.
Is this worth arresting?
And then we'll be able to activate it at all, including on itself. I think it's worth an activation. Like being able to sacrifice they're worth creatures to turn into cards later on. Especially, you know, if they are able to make some treasure tokens or anything like that, it gains value as well. So yeah, I think it's worthwhile.
I'm going to do that. The reason I don't want to put this down tapped is because there are a couple plays that like heavy punish that by killing the land.
Right. And by exiling it instead of just killing it, so you
Yeah.
can Destructible Rider on it. Yeah, plus it is also worthwhile as the haste.
Yes.
And Mew the Fox, it's entirely reasonable because there's both kinds of tails in this set.
Yeah, here's tails.
I think we referred to both. I think we referred to tails from both senses in this stream.
Yeah. And then we had the foxtails.
Yeah, no, we got the golden tails. We've got the tails of sagas.
Yep. So this is a kill spell on my... Sure.
Spinning wheel kick.
There it is.
They did it. They used it. It's just a shame because if they managed to get like multiple spinning like targets on that, that'd be quite good. Now the emergence is worthwhile. It's a bit of a shame to have to you know play the tails onto basically empty board onto one creature on the board, because then you know if your opponent can deal with something, then 8.5 tails.
8.5 tails. Ooh.
Tails instead of tails. That's good.
It's just a saga that does the same thing 8 times. Really?
Oh, channeling it now?
What the fuck are you looking
Oh, they must have an invoke.
Yeah, invoke for white?
They must be invoking justice. Like, that's the only possible reason I can think to channel a greater to new. Oh no, invoke
Double.
or just double any double black spell. Sure. Okay.
Sure.
All right. And do a quick search on Scryfall for where that could possibly be.
Excuse me while
They could have Junji, the Midnight Sky. They have Twisted Embrace.
Okay.
The Malfunction being an odd one to look for on this board state instead of having just a 6/5. Soul Transfer.
So we're gonna trade Fang for something. And now we've gotten to whatever the double black card is versus a 5/6 or a 6/7 and a 5/5.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a very good double black card. Also,
There are some good ones.
okay.
That can search for one of them.
A lot of mana though.
Mm-hmm. They will play this turn, but
Yeah. There it is, Twisted Embrace.
yep. Mm-hmm. So they'll be able to kill our 6/7. Which is okay, because it's getting for 6 damage this turn. It's basically doing its job. Plus, you know, we still get to keep it as a land.
Yeah, we're currently on any draw You know, any creature draw is live.
Yep. Mm-mm.
They gotta suit up.
And honestly, most of our enchantment spells, like even like our landfall card, like it's just a big creature at this point.
Yeah. We can keep the land.
Mm-hmm. And the counters on it. Like, we have a card that that brings back the enchantment. We put it back on that land.
Or we draw the royal. Yeah.
Yep, totally. Yeah, and it keeps those, and then we get to attack him with it again. Well, just drawing a plain forest is not the best thing in the world, but, considering they attacked him with that, I'm not too worried.
They knew they weren't blocking. They knew they weren't blocking. And now...
That's fair.
They know they are blocking. Do they have anything to make this good?
They took +1/+0.
Just murder, huh?
Just murder it. Just kill it.
Okay.
Just fucking ruin it. Honestly, if I were them, I would have done that on their turn and attacked in for 4.
Yeah.
All right, okay. You gotta draw something now. Hopefully, since you've been drawing lands the past couple turns, draw something. That's something. That drops the clock from 2 turns to 4. So.
All right. That sucks.
Could be worse. Blocking the Goshen Tide, kills it and gives us 2 life. But they're probably not attacking with it at this point.
They actually are this black.
Yeah. Turns out they were quite black, and we just didn't quite see it. Explains why they would discard the Tanuki for that. That's a great one to see.
They have to block.
That's true.
So I'm just going to force it.
Mm-hmm. Get their Goshen Tie off the board. Gain, get back up to 7, which, is an extra turn if they're attacking for 3-4 every turn. And then...
Anyway.
Get some fucking board on the board.
And there's our draw.
Yep. All right, cool. I mean, a big-ass fucking... And at this point, they need so much to stop you from killing them.
Yes. The first part they need to do is draw cards.
You just triple block it? No, 2 is good, you're right.
That was the exact card.
Fair. And now you can attack in. They have to block, well, they can't block it. Never mind. There's nothing they can do. Make yourself a 9/9 because whatever you spend on the colored mana here, you get as a discount on your counters. And that's a GG.
Thank you.
Now we'll chump the 2/2, thank you.
All right. That got a little dicey, but we got there.
Yep.
Because we have haymakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a haymaker that it says, "Hey, I get 6 power."
Also, Scry 3.
Also, I get to look at. Also, I get to draw another good card.
Scry 3 on that is the actual part that is like, hang on, hold on. Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Oh, hold on a second. It's like it's easy to undervalue scries, but scrying 3 is such a powerful ability. Like, scrying deeper is not just a linear tool.
Right.
Most of the time, it is like, oh, I get to get rid of the next 3 lands I was going to draw. Like, I get to throw away things that do not help me win this game, and to greatly increase the chance I do win it.
Yeah, my next draw will be big.
Yeah, my next 1 or 2 draws will be a big thing. Oh, looks like the premium has shown up. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes. Restoration in your hand. All right, so this is a All right, I am noticing one thing. It's hard to break yourself away from playing green in this format, huh?
I love.
It is really good.
I like playing green in this format.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually kind of nice to be able to look at a color in this in a format and say, I think that's my favorite way to play this. Because I know you've done at least 2 Gruul ones, and I think you tried Golgari once, right?
Yes.
Or something.
All right.
Wait, let me go look at the text of Interceptor's Arrest. I think it's technically a ramp spell in this case. It is technically a ramp spell.
Yeah, if we really wanted a ramp spell.
Because you're an enchanted creature you control, it does activate the conditions for modified. And it is because you control the enchantment, and because you can still activate your mana abilities, the Merge Keeper gets its bonus. So
That's very silly, and also probably a really bad use of it. Yeah.
Oh, totally. But sometimes it's what wins you the game. It's important to keep that in mind.
I'm sitting here debating if I arrest this. They're on ninja colors, which is the reason I'd be...
Oh, yeah, sure, totally. To keep them from just getting in with their, yeah.
This might be a little premature, but...
I mean, honestly, even in the late game, that one can just destroy you.
Alright, the Raider.
That's 1 mana. That's 1 mana. They probably had plans to use both that and a 2-drop, which was likely going to be a ninjutsu.
Mm-hmm. Probably the Moon Hacker.
Or this one.
Or the Silver Fur.
Okay, no. That is what they planned on doing.
Yeah.
This was it. Yeah, okay. They planned on pulling out Splinter. Gotcha.
I'm really happy to continue to draw cards that will recur.
Man, love it when art tricks me. I thought the Inquisitor's Infiltrator was a bat.
Human, yeah.
Yeah, I had a trouble parsing this art too when I first saw it.
Splinter, no!
Yeah, good one.
How could you turn to the dark side? Good.
Getting on the way. Another 2 more lands. You get to bring back your checks walk. Oh no. You might need more better things in your yard before that's actually really good.
Yeah, we need to draw some cards. God, this is an Anthem, their team, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're in the colors for it.
Rogue,
That seems
Ninja.
to be an extremely primo blue-black card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need 1 more white, 1 more plains, and then you can do it. That's
Yes.
cool. It will get you a lot of 1/1s.
Yes.
Yeah, if you need to double walk something to take it off the board with your death touching 1/1s and then bring them back, it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not.
We are betting on getting that plains if that's the case, though.
Question is, do you want to double life that for 1, and 2? If you do you do it with 2 of your Death Touchers or your Death Toucher and your Merge Keeper?
Maybe Death Toucher and the Merge Keeper if I did that.
Yeah.
And that I'm fine with doing.
Mm-hmm. They could bounce your... Nope, okay, we're just taking it. Sure.
That was a 1 mana 1 for 2.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That's still good.
Yeah, that card. That also drains you life.
That's 1 mana.
Yep.
Yep, there's another.
Hey, another one. It's a good card. It's a really good card.
That feels like a card I would load up on purpose.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a... Ooh, there we go. All right.
Spice time.
That's a common? That's
Yeah.
a good common.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think keep everything but the land.
Well, no, you want that land, don't you? That gives you Brilliant Restoration is on.
Yes. I think I want to draw things in order.
Yeah.
This is a
You do
removal
want the
spell.
rebuke because you do want to be able to get rid of,
Yeah, that kills anything with the Fang of Shigeki. So.
Mm-hmm.
More drain.
And our Bank Buster. What a good card name.
Reckoner Bankbuster.
Yeah, I want to like force them to turn that on defense and then like kill it.
A non-zero number of the vehicles in this set have the same sort of vibe as, what do you call it? Boss fights in treasure games.
Ah.
Like, you could see them in Gunstar Heroes or something, with all their weird limbs, like, flailing about. Master's Rebuke is a sorcery, correct?
No.
Wow. That's good. Wow, okay. So you can do that in the middle of combat. That's impressive. My guess here is they'll crew the vehicle with their flyer.
3.
Through 3. Okay, so probably with their
Yes.
standing.
Oh, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's a board wipe, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's incredible.
So obviously they can bank bust here and like just kind of draw cards. But that felt good. Okay. That goes and picks up Splinter, yep. Let's keep poking.
So next draw is the Plains, and that would let you just slam Brilliant Restoration whenever you wanted.
Yeah, right now it's an arrest and 2 bodies. Anything that trades on board that isn't the tokens also comes back.
I did a search back for bites in Magic the Gathering, and the last instant 2-mana bite was Ram Through from Ikoria.
Okay.
Which was a little bit better because it trampled if the creature had trampled. But since then, every one has been either more expensive or sorcery. So that should be quite a good bite. Yeah, sure. Best case is +1/+0 and brings back. Okay.
That still dies.
That just trades with the guy that recur.
That is.
That's actually really good. That's ideal, in fact.
Yeah.
That was great for us. And hey, there it is.
So do I slam it?
Dockside Chef.
What are you doing in your yard right now?
Do you want to swing in the Fang? See if there's anything. Nah, that's not gonna get blocked. They're just gonna take one.
You're gonna back 3 creatures in a removal spell. I think you're okay with this.
Yeah, and I think the arrest is specifically going on the vehicle, which is weird, but
that's reasonable at this point.
You do love to cast a 7-mana spell that is actually 5 spells.
I think it is right to attack him with that one, but
Hello!
hello, it's my board back.
You know what the best thing about this card is? This deck can recur it.
Yeah, you bring it back with your with a creature that looks very good to draw right now.
Yeah, Shigechi can always buy it back.
Yep, that makes sense. That still got it off the board, so no problem.
Yep. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, their
Yeah,
deck is
mhm.
their
Good
deck
deck.
is sick for
Ooh.
what it's worth. It's a good
Yeah,
deck.
no, it
Good
is
deck.
quite a good ninja deck. A future turns can be hard to attack him with that samurai if they keep back their infiltrator. They're probably attacking that infiltrator considering he can kill us in like 2 turns.
That seems fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, our current problem is 2-turn clock in the air. We have a couple of rests we can draw for that. Okay.
Third one of those. Impressive.
That's a card that's, it's a 1-mana drain 2, 2/2 menace with
Yeah.
suspend
Yeah,
2.
it's really good. I completely
Okay.
get it. It's just, yeah.
The only difference is that it doesn't have haste when it enters the battlefield. That's entirely it.
That takes some getting used to, by the way. I have to swing in with my life link or else we
Yeah.
die.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because if they draw a land here, and I
Yeah,
didn't,
you pump it twice.
they can pump twice. Right now they can only pump once. There it is.
There it is. Okay, cool.
So
So
now-
you can pump twice.
We're still probably dead.
We need a way to.
We need this.
Okay, we need reach.
We need
gives
this
you life for a
into
turn.
removal.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or just gain. Well, no,
Or just gain. Yeah. I mean, gain 4 block it is decent. Doesn't super get us there, but okay, there it is. That's an arrest. All right. Okay, we can keep things going now.
Put that not a bat in prison immediately.
Put that regular guy with wings in
Holy
prison
fuck.
right now.
All right. So, bad news. My life total's 1. They could just draw another copy of this and kill me. This also has
Yeah.
menace.
Which other
means-
fourth copy of it?
Right
Yeah,
now,
you just start looking for it.
well, right now this is 6 blockers asked for. And this is 5 blockers, so we in fact need a resolution. Holy
Good God. Okay. Never mind. They deserve to win. I hope
Wow.
you lose now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We gotta magic steal this like out of nowhere,
We
right?
do,
We
we have
gotta
a
steal
card
this
for it.
thing.
We have a
can-
card for it.
We have the
We have a card for this.
we have invoked justice.
Yeah.
We can
I
bring
am-
justice back to the world and keep it going.
Unbelievably impressed that this person got 3 on-plan uncommons, 3 extremely good on-plan.
Yes. Okay.
Ah!
All right. I don't know if this is powerful enough to do
It might not be powerful enough, honestly, but we'll give it a try. You can justice isn't. It's different back in permanent.
Yeah, it's permanent.
So you can bring back a.
Fuck. I don't think invoke this is just not enough.
The only thing I possibly think to do is to bring back a lifelinker and put 6 counters, put all your counters on it.
That is all we can do. We'll live by 1.
It's worth a shot. We'll have it. Well, we'll continue to have a lifelinker on our board, right?
Justice. All right.
Truly, it is justice when it lets us live by 1 after our opponent's gigantic attack.
Yes. Because I just don't block the Menacer. And everything else gets blocked except for Doc Chef. Yes!
And Shigeki to
Shigeki's
Shigeki.
That can go ahead and pick up both of your arrests, right?
And
no.
and our Invoke Justice
just go pick
and
up my
our
Brilliant
Brilliant Restoration.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And remember back all of our instants and sorceries,
We
and
passed.
then
So like I want to emphasize at the very least that their deck is also extremely going off. So ours going off is not weird. All right. This game can be mad fucked up and weird and wild, and that's okay. It can be a wet and wild game.
It's so wild. This is the most unreal. Okay.
they're drawing cards now.
They're
just hope
digging
to
for
find a way
another
to
one of
murder
those
us.
Trains. They're looking
kill
for another 1-mana train. Is what it is.
Or a kill spell for Golden Tail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a land. There's a creature.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
That's a 6/5 ambush, like 6/5 ninja with lifelink.
I'm so sorry.
Shigeki.
Oh my God, there are curs with it too. You can just keep doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, huh? You can.
So we go grab
Restoration. And
Invoke
Rebuke.
Justice
And
or-
Rebuke?
Rebuke. Okay.
And
and
Invoke.
Justice. And I think you attack him with your Golden Tail, right?
Yes. And then we just Brilliant Restoration post.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then just bring that back as a 6/7.
Well, that's
Even
assuming
if they,
right?
well, yeah, which they may choose to do. They may choose to double walk it and then lose one of their creatures that is not as worthwhile.
They already know you have
Yeah.
all of those cards. Is the
That's
problem.
true, they
So I
do.
feel like they're not going to.
I'm going to
block it.
attack
They're
with
just
it
gonna take
regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would be silly of them to block it. Is the thing I'm arguing for? Which I mean, if they do it, then they do it. Okay.
Fuck with everything. That's not their lords.
Kill the Menace. Kill the Menace. Six power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to Master's Rebuke before this this actually like resolves, so you can gain some life?
Yes. I might kill off one of
Yeah.
the
Probably, yeah. That makes sense.
Well, if it's second, that'd be great. You don't quite have the mana for it. It's worth Restoration here instead of the Justice, considering you're at 13 now. Yeah. One of the things that would actually attack you for profit, like your Lifelinker and their, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God,
I
this
think to
is
turn around a little
ridiculous.
bit.
Anyway. Did you know this bounces to hand?
I did, yes. That's why I'm saying it's completely
Yeah!
wild that card
We
recurs
fucking
itself
did it.
with this
Oh,
combo.
You fucking invoked Justice.
That game, we had no reason winning. This
That was absolute fraud. That whip
We
that
have-
was
Oh my
so
God.
good.
You've declared a punishment on an opponent that is unreasonable for them to have more than one Master Splinter. There's only
God.
one of them,
President-
idiot.
President Arc, Sly, I've been watching your stream since what, Cons Block? This is possibly the most illegal thing I've ever seen you do. You need to be put in jail immediately.
Jail isn't real.
Sorry.
Jail is
It's not,
fake.
it's not
I'm
illegal.
really-
You invoked justice. You arrested people. This is the most illegal thing you've ever done.
Oh.
It wasn't the most morally correct thing you've ever done, but it was absolutely the most legal thing you've ever done.
Jail isn't real, Jukai says, closing his eyes before he rams a shitty Bronco into the side of the bank.
Yeah, you've never been more of a cop.
I did not realize until, like, we drew the card the full extent of Brilliant Restoration plus Shigechi.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Okay, that was our sixth.
That is an unreasonable combo to pull off like this.
Yep.
There's also so much colored mana involved. Like,
Yes.
it's so...
Oh, yeah.
It's a 7 mana white 3 sorcery.
And also functionally a green XX
Yes.
card as well.
I do want to be clear that I had no involvement in that one. By the time I got here, he'd already drafted both those cards.
I'm
in.
Yeah, this is great.
So I'm feeling that this format might actually be really good.
This format whips because, like,
It's
again,
really fucking good.
like, we mentioning all the stuff we just did, right? We just did a lot of crimes. Our opponent's deck was also
just as illegal.
Holy shit.
It's the fact that there's so many decks that are so good because there's, like, every card belongs to something. There are so few cards in the set we can look in and say, that's not really great. That's not a good card. You don't want to play in your deck. Like, almost every card, given the correct archetype, has a place.
The card that we were least impressed with on the first draft that I saw was a red bear with, like, artifact-based upside, if I remember.
And it was still really good.
Sometimes it can be very good. It's just it needs to be the right deck to flourish. And that means that it rewards you for drafting well, and it lets you find cards for your deck that only fit well in your archetype. It's not like, in some formats where you just look at some decks and say, there's nothing good here because, like, there's, like, 3 cards at common in this format that are in this color that are really good for any deck that they're in, and then 8 cards that are just shit for any color, no matter what.
This is an alarming amount of ramp to witness in
Yeah.
a rated game. This is, like, scary to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Especially
excited
because the Orochi Keeper is going to become... There's going to be modification happening in a second year, right?
Yes,
So,
either from Terrarium or from Tails.
yeah.
And now, like, they're very aggressive too, but they're not aggressive enough. Take the
That's
hit.
when you tap down. Okay. Because, like, I would be okay with trading with the Golden Tail Disciple here. Like,
I'm not willing to
They
walk
are
into
playing white. They're playing
no,
white.
no.
though.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not want to trade here. But if I'm my opponent, I would tap down the Golden Tail and say, if you want to trade, you have to trade with the the likeness.
Okay, yeah.
Fair.
I got you. The fact that they did it this way actually better telegraphs that they have an obvious trick instead.
Right. They can beat something no problem. Like.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good to bring up. It is nice to have the big stupid white sorcery that has a million white cost in it actually be good
Right?
in this set
Yeah,
instead of
bro,
awful like
man.
it almost always is.
Wow. It's like it's worth playing in some decks. Weird.
That doesn't happen. That's fake. So now you can actually tap the Merge Keeper and also activate the thing too, the terrarium too, I believe.
Not right now. I need to modify it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was any.
You could attack him with the Likeness of the Seeker, and if they trade it off, you could activate it after that. Because when it comes to blocking, you want to tap 3 lands. You'd be trading off your 3/3 for that, but you're trading off a creature for it, and you can bring it back later. So
Well,
You
I'm
can
not sure
check with
worthwhile that
both,
is.
and they would probably do that anyway, right?
Yeah, these
That's what I was thinking. Yes. They might also double block your golden tail, but it seems pretty easy to go for the 3/3, 3/2 on
If
3/3
they double block
here.
it, then we take out 2 of their creatures. And
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Oh, okay, sure.
That
And they
doesn't
double
kill
block
it.
That's
right?
it does kill it because they double block it.
all right.
But like, that's fine.
Yeah,
They
because-
1-for-1
the
dark
thing-
creature.
The thing is, Tales of Seshiro is going to be coming down pretty soon here too.
Yeah. Like
The other thing about this is just like, I mean, you have probably restoration in hand. Who cares?
As long as I'm not dead, I don't really give a shit. You're right.
Yeah, because like you have the mana to play it the moment that the Merge Keeper is up.
Yes.
So, and
Which-
even then, if you draw any land, you don't even need that.
Yes. So I think best case is they like start disenchanting things at random. You know, like just. Thinking about their attacks, thinking about their blocks. Sure, good card.
Like generally, I would say that they haven't really fucked up a draft format in a decent while, but there have been some that are like they're okay, you know, like they were solid, but they weren't like super impressive. I would say this one's just genuinely like really good. Like it's fun and cool and unique all at the same time.
yeah, I someone just ruined that one on Crimson Vow, but
Okay. Worried here, just that how much power they have on board. Once the Seshiro start coming down, we're in a lot better position. That's bad.
That's annoying. That's quite bad. Azusa is...
there you go. Oh, target doesn't matter.
Okay, you can get your life linker, and yeah, so you can get your life linker back, and that would be enough to survive one more turn.
It would
I
tap
think.
down your Merge Keeper. I don't think that's
Never
enough.
mind. Yeah.
No, I think you're dead here.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Are you figuring out some shenanigans to do with Roaring Earth?
I'm 1 damage off. I don't think I can come up with it.
After the kill right now.
Because if I could make a 3/3 land and hit them with that for
11.
11.
So close. So close.
All right. Play their mistake. Their mistake being don't all out. I would not do it because it could win me the game as a trick if they choose to.
Sometimes you see your opponent leave up 6 mana and be like, okay, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, because if they don't attack all out,
Yeah. It's like there are some games where I'm like, but then again, like no, I think that honestly, like There are cards. No, honestly, if you still had your artifact on board, I would not have attacked you there. Because there's the uncommon combat trick that is, 2 creatures you control gain +2/+2 until end of turn. If you have an artifact and an achievement, they get +2/+2 in lifelink, which that attack would lose them the game. So I would be, but then again, they were so low that I'd be scared that would so it's a toss up. I think there are some cards, if you had both artifact and enchantment, you could have had to bluff your opponent into being scared to attack, but it still would have been reasonable for them to attack you even with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Because they were at 4. If they'd stayed back, then they're dead.
Because Shishiro 2 is coming down next turn.
Right. So
my hope was that they were
maybe worth keeping based off having Shigeki, which can
Shigeki can fix.
Yeah, Shigeki can fix for you.
This hand looks capable.
It's capable. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
What's the issue here? Final game of the draft. Keep both your good fucking cards, of course.
All 3 of your good fucking cards. Shigeki is also fantastic.
Yeah.
Please don't kill this.
Oh god, please don't kill it. If
you kill this,
please,
the game ends.
Phew, thank you. Oh my god.
Jump back is cost. Okay, thank you.
Isn't it less than cost?
Jump
It's
back is
just 2
actually
mana.
part of cost?
Part of cost.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I get a block here, too.
So, yep.
It feels pretty good to like get to like on a creature, spend 2 mana on a rampant growth that you may miss on. But like it's still a rampant growth.
There's a while back where you could buy flag sleeves.
2 cost, and you can afford that in addition to playing them now. Okay. But you have to be able to tap.
Probably play your creature here because based off what they have on board, you're like, if you arrest one of them, you're only really saving yourself 1 damage.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay, doesn't matter. That's yeah. They're not going for.
They might arrest it. Okay, they're not. They're not arresting it. Just making it big.
I'll draw land here. White land. Plains off the top. Plains.
No.
Fuck.
Block by creature. Oh man. Well. I think you'd afford taking 1 more hit from it. Oh, there go all the planes you wanted to draw before. Bummer. I'm nice to get 1 of those after Shigeki, but whatever, I guess.
That's fine. Everything's fine here. Our life total is actually high enough that we're not like in danger yet.
No, we're still 11. Like we can rest it, and then they're gonna have a harder time attacking again. Okay, well, if they want to get their benefits, they can still only attack with 1 of those each turn, but the Parvage attack with everything because they have, a bunch of them.
All right. Hold the line. A tapper.
Okay. Oh, sure, yeah, because they can make it into a 5/4. Probably still worth blocking at this point.
Yeah.
Bummer that they can, start making it, I think you guys have their tapper.
Oh, that's just pretty much just O-ring, but can target an artifact as well, or rather is specific. Okay.
Yeah, it can't hit itself, but also it has.
hits,
The discard's really cool.
It hits less than O-ring, but it has a cool channel on it.
Okay, yeah. Second sword, huh?
Okay, they have the the red-white deck.
This is a very good aggressive deck.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is. There's less damage to them to attack in with 2 of them than 1 of them, so...
Because these are...
Get rid of the sword.
I think you need a creature soon.
We need to start getting this down.
Yeah, Just having a 5/5 to block with will help quite a bit. Yeah, at this point they're going to want to attack him with their one thing. Oh, boy. Nope, that's it.
That's the game.
Goodbye.
That's the ball game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, rough.
Man. Oh, well.
Yeah, no, that's how it's going to go.
They correctly killed Shigechi.
Yes, 100%. That is a kill target when it has somebody sickness.
I'm still super happy with the outcome on this. Being
Yeah, absolutely.
6 wins.
Especially because this deck had a lot of really strong top end. It was kind of missing strong early game. We had no Spirit Companions, which is the really bread and butter of this deck.
Right, that missing middle bit here.
We had none of the
That's why we were relying on the Merge Keepers to kind of sidestep that.
Mm-hmm. There are the Rejuvenators as well that are a really strong part of this deck. Is just really good ramp plus targets for your +1/+1 counters.
Yeah, Generous Visitor did a lot in our early games.
Yes, definitely. So it was a good deck. It had a really strong top end. It was missing the really strong early game that pushes this deck into aggressive and can kill your opponent before they set up their strong board states like your opponent did.
Yeah.
But pretty good deck overall.
Glad to see that this card works.
Whips, yeah,
You get to
like
feel
when
like a genius resolving it.
it's just so nice that so many of the decks in this format seem to be actually quite good and things you can build. There's so many times they put a plan into a format and you're like, yeah, they kind of make cards for it, but it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of just thinking of the color combos. If there's a color combo I don't want to be touching so far, and each of them has some really everyone that I can there's a couple that I can think of that don't have main plans, but still have some really powerful individual cards. Simic is one that's kind of awkward to figure out what you're doing there because it's very heavy, artifact side plus enchantment side on those 2 colors. But it also has some the big turtle, big crab kind of fits into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there.
Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, totally. It's I think that if I'm just drafting green cards, I'm sort of looking at white and probably red as the colors I want to be in as just when I'm getting good green cards. But there are so many uncommons and so many commons even that you look at it as okay, that is really good when I'm drafting this deck, this archetype.
I'm told this card is bugged.
Oh.
To make it playable, which sucks. The way it is bugged is that if you don't have a creature, it'll force you to discard. But the problem...
but you can choose to sacrifice a creature, even if you have no creatures. You can just say, "Cool, I'll sacrifice a creature." Well,
yeah.
Wait, is that how that works? Is that how the rules work, Judge?
That's how this one should work. Yes.
Okay, all right. As I feel like what they're saying is you sacrifice a creature unless you discard a card, but I guess it's not a cost; it's an effect.
Yes.
So, it could say each one
it has
discards.
No, if they cannot.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Is the problem.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So
this
one here, target player sacrifices a creature if they can't.
Right. Yes. Totally. Mm-hmm.
Hey Ty, we just finished. The draft is over. We ended up 6.
There was an extremely good game in there, though.
Yeah.
Some wild SyNeRgY.
Yes. 6/3. We got to play a card that picks up all enchantments, and then in the card of the enchantments that we had a card that picks up the card that picks up all our enchantments.
Yeah.
So we can continue to pick up all our enchantments.
Yeah. Somehow in this format, a quadruple white 3 sorcery is playable and good.
Yeah.
So far, me, Kabanaw, personally, am quite liking this set for drafting. A high number of cards that are playable and like decks as long as you have the right cards for them. So really high SyNeRgY, as this stream name implies. Jukai Naturalist, as you can see here, excellent card on the green-white deck. Unfortunately, did not get any of them. But I'll leave it to Slyo to express his opinions on the format.
Yeah, I feel much the same in that I'm really a big fan of like what you could do in this format. If we go, I'm gonna quick just pull up the 2 cards we had.
Invoke Justice and
Yeah, because for this one we had actually they were not new, either of them. Card we had, Brilliant Restoration. Return all artifacts and enchantments from your graveyard to play. In almost every other format, this card is useless.
this card would be complete junk ass garbage.
At that mana cost?
Not this one. Even in
you might play
even in like the Theros blocks, it still would be kind of weak.
In a constructed format, you might find something to do with it, but in here, like let's just take a look at white. Okay, enchantment creature. This thing right here, enchantment creature. Enchantment removal, enchantment creature, artifact creature, enchantment creature that draws you a card, enchantment that you get back from the grave, artifact that you get back, like, and then like over here in green white, like, oh look, enchantment
so many
creature,
cards.
enchantment creature
are multiple super types.
Yeah,
this is the first set where they put both enchantment creatures and colored artifacts at a high number.
Yeah.
And it's super fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's like really good.
Super well. Like they didn't overload it. It turns out it's hard to overload it. It turns out it's actually just a good idea.
Yeah. It plays really mechanically. It plays really well into the themes of like the spiritual versus the advancement of technology they're going for here. Like it's just a really fucking good set, actually.
Yeah.
This guy whips. Shigeki rules.
Shigeki, you look at the top 4, grab a land, put it into play, bounce Shigeki, put the rest in the grave, and then you can discard Shigeki to pick up X cards, non-legendary cards. The card we picked up, Brilliant Restoration, returns all enchantments.
Which whoops. Well,
Shigeki's back. Guess we'll bounce Shigeki again, and then like.
So put it back in our hand and make to pick up all enchantments again. Whatever.
Yeah. A lot of the color types have like a lot of different plans that all work out really interestingly. For instance, like blue-red here has this super fun like artifact plan where like you're just kind of like putting metal in play and getting a lot of incidental use out of having all these artifact creatures.
Yeah.
And like
for instance, the anvil.
Yeah, Dragon Spark Reactor gets counter.
This card, I personally think compared reasonably favorably, not as powerfully, but reasonably favorably to Shrine of Burning Rage, which is like, that's fucking good. That's a good card. So,
yeah, a lot of cool like mechanical things too. There's a new equipment type, which is these creatures with reconfigure. The way they work is that they like you have the rabbit, it's a creature, but you can also just put it on as an equipment, and it gives haste +1/+1, and while it's equipped, it's not a creature anymore. So it lets you. And then when it falls off, oh look, a new blocker, or re-equip it.
It's really cool how they end up playing out. Like they're a much better and also simpler on the rules version of Bestow, basically, and also reverse-wise, basically, because you have to play them first, then you can reconfigure them onto someone.
Yeah, like Lycids are the, can you reconfigure in the attack step? Reconfigure is a sorcery speed ability.
Sorcery, yep. Just like equip, you can only do it at sorcery speed time.
Yep. If you
but
had
there were so
some
many
sort
times
of...
like my opponents played a Wrath, and then at the end of it, they've had their equipment back as creatures. I'm like, oh right, they can do that. I forget.
Yeah. Oh, so yes, what I'm saying is the set whips.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's been a really fun one, and like it's also got a lot of
fun goofs. Yeah,
fun goofs and like really cool, like just flavor of the world we have here, which is Kamigawa, but like the future. So
yeah,
we still
like, hey,
have
Kamigawa. The original Kamigawa set was like thousands and thousands of years ago. What's it like nowadays? It's like, oh, it's Cyberpunk.
It's the most advanced
Cyberpunk.
plane in the fucking multiverse at this
What
point.
if Cyberpunk had ghosts?
Wow. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not new. What if Cyberpunk had ghosts?
Sure.
Has been around for quite a while.
Fair enough.
But yeah, where's is it Chaito that has... No, I don't want to craft you. I want to... Card styles. How do I...
So you look at it and then... look at it and then I think that above it, there's that little toggle when you look at the card. Oh, there it is.
Here we go. This is the one I wanted to pull up.
Oh, Tetsuhara.
Yeah.
Is the one who illustrated this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Magic has been having this like running thing they've been doing for a while, where they've been going out of their way and trying to get all sorts of just like real well-known artists to do, you know, alternate art cards for their game.
Tetsuhara, by the way, if anyone does not recognize by name, that is the artist of Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
That is the artist of Fist of the North Star right there.
Yeah, or
Yeah, previous set. We had 3 Count Draculas in that set.
Yeah. Or Soren from the last set.
Literally just Alucard, because that's Ayami Kojima right there.
Yep. A lot of Sorens. And of course the one that like from... Let's go to War.
It is still fucked up that it didn't make an alternative Hatsune Miku.
That's true. You're right.
Should have let you play Hatsune Miku.
They even did a DJ card. Like they could have just.
They even had they have yeah. Not, or they have, you know, if they want to have like a planeswalker for it, they've got. Where's Lily? Oh wow!
Hit the tab at the top of. Oh no, you did the thing.
Is that Lily not on?
It's a card back. They didn't put the anime ones for War of the Spark as card styles. They're all card backs.
Yeah, you're trying to bring up the
yes,
the
Amano, the Amano.
Yeah. So it'd be under profile, I think.
0 changes.
Oh no! So go to a deck and then click on the deck, and you can change the backing of it. Somewhere. There you are.
It might have been.
They might only show the ones that are. It might show the ones that are on sale right now. But
yeah,
here I can find the Scryfall link to it and then post it in chat.
Yeah. But needless to say, like Wizards has been going all out on like their art for some time now. Not only on their alternate art stuff, but like main set art has been.
They have very heavily lifted the style guide for Magic the Gathering as of late, and
Yeah.
artists are allowed to be a little bit more, well, quite
There
a
was
lot
a
more
link
actually varied and stuff.
to Lilian Treasure Journal done by Amano.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm willing to bet this was the most expensive card that art that I've ever commissioned, given I know how expensive commissioning a mono is. Like, it is. I believe Yoshitaka Amano is literally the most high paid artist in Japan.
The print version of it, that is printed in Japanese, is worth $150. So, and like, you know, the like normal version of it is not worth nearly that much money. So
right.
It's worth 36, 37. It's actually not too bad, honestly, for a card that is multiple years out of print. But
oh yeah, the orbs are like, it's like CRT. They look like you can degauss the orb.
Oh yeah,
I need my wizard degaussing on this
it's
orb.
probably the best orb they've done. It's a very good orb.
So yeah, anyway. Kamigawa, very good. I'm going to be having a lot of you're going to be seeing me do more of this than like Crimson Vow. Crimson Vow I fell off pretty quick. But this is a set I'm having fun with. I want to explore different synergies. This is the first time we played white, and we got to play some nonsense, sorceries. So
there's some big white sorceries in white, like
normal.
One of them is common. Wild.
Yeah, right. So anyway, thank you, Doc, and thank you, Kabanaw, for joining. Glad to have you both with. Thank you, everybody, for joining as well. If you want to catch more, you can always follow. See when I go live. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you to everyone who hosted on over. Really, really appreciate it. Upcoming streams tomorrow. Tomorrow is the return of Slay the Spire mods. That got put on hold for a little bit while Level on a 2 hit. But boy howdy, there's still a lot of those to go through. So don't you worry. Thursday, Luke and I are looking at a number of different things. We've decided that we're going to do a couple one-off streams. This week is probably gonna be what's that game Luke bought for me? Vampire
Survivors?
That sounds right.
Is it the one that's $3 and you do some stuff in it?
Yeah, you hang out.
It's very clearly Castlevania, but not quite.
Yeah.
Did I see you streaming that earlier today, Doc?
I kind of was.
Okay.
I may have done like 5 solid hours of it straight.
Good.
Even though I didn't plan on that.
Okay. So that's on the top of the list of what we were going to be looking at on Thursday, because we want to do a couple one-off things before committing to another longer bit. AKA, it's probably going to be Final Fantasy V, but we want to do a couple small things in between, starting that for Luke, because Luke hasn't played Final Fantasy V. So that'll be a fun time. And then Friday I think will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's a event starting on Master Duel on Thursday. So I'll be checking out exactly how their event structure works, showing you that off. And yeah, so that's upcoming streams. Standard playthrough, because again, Luke hasn't played 5. I'm just gonna let Luke control everything. If not, like, literally let him be the one playing. Like, so. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.